Monday's a big day on the phones to be booking moves. There's a lot of leads, a lot of phone calls coming in. So I want to talk about how to crush Mondays and really any other day of the week that you're open, your phones are ringing, you got leads coming in. All right. We all know that in order to have a successful moving company, you've got to make sales a priority. But let's talk about Monday mornings. Monday mornings for, anyone in the moving business is typically the busiest day on the phones. In order to really crush it, you have to first of all know what your target is for Monday, right? And any other day. But what your target is and what you're shooting for to be able to bring in more business that day. You've got to get everybody moving in a direction of where you want to go. So first, you've got to figure out where that is, right? And one of the best ways to do that is to set monthly sales goals, not only for your business, but for each individual sales rep on your team. When I have my moving company, what we would do is every single month for every single, moving consultant, and at one point I had, 60 of them on the phones, we would set monthly sales goals for them and tie those sales goals to bonuses. All right. You've got to have them tied to bonuses. So, when we look at, going into the office and what you're shooting for and what you're striving for, each of those reps, we would sit down, look at basically, what their previous month was, right? How many leads are coming in? There's a few factors that we would go through. By the way, if you want to learn all this in detail, make sure you go to Moving Sales Academy live. Come and join me. Go to movingseminar.com for the details. But we would go through all of, kind of the certain criteria is what we would look for to set their new goals. But once we set those goals, they knew where they had to go for the month, right? But the month is a long time. When you're on the phones, when you're busy, when you're dialing, when you're taking leads week after week, the month could be, far out, right? So the key is that you've got to take the monthly sales goals, not only for your team, okay, but for the company as well. And you've got to break them down into daily targets, all right? You need daily targets of what you could achieve because it makes it more real, it makes it more attainable, and it makes it more now. Right? If you don't have sales goals for each salesperson, start doing that right away. All right. Make sure that, by the end of this month, you start sales goals for the following month and you tie those to a bonus. That'll keep them going. But the key is to break them down into daily targets. And when you do that, what you'll find is that it's really not that many moves that need to be booked a day in order to reach that target. But when our minds start thinking we've got a whole month to achieve this big number, two things happen. Either it seems too big and it seems too far away, right? Or we feel like we've got plenty of time to get there. No rush today. If I don't, hustle today, it's no big deal. But more times than not, when you break down the sales goal for your team to a daily target, it actually seems very, very attainable to them. So definitely go and break down the targets, all right? So the first thing you want to do, just to kind of recap here, is you've got to set monthly sales goals for everyone on your sales team, right? What do you want them to book by way of revenue? I would recommend doing it by revenue and not just how many booked moves. And then give them a bonus based on that. So if they hit that, you want to make sure they get a bonus. Make sure that's attainable. Then on a weekly basis, make sure they see their progress of where they're at. And you're kind of giving them something, sending them an email, printing out a sheet of paper. You've got it on the board, showing kind of a chart of where they are and where they need to still go. Keep that excitement going, but make sure whatever you do, break down those targets to daily targets. All right. So for your company, so your sales manager knows that, hey, this is what we need to hit on a daily basis in order to hit our goals. And for your sales reps, this is what we need to hit on a daily basis to hit our goals. All right. So it's Monday. Typically you're going to have Mondays and Tuesdays are stronger than other days. You've got leads that have been there over the weekend. So go out there, set some daily targets, crush it today and every other day. I'll see you later. All right. Have a great day.